What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy. Today I'm using a team made by James Beck, with featuring Zacian and Rayquaza. These two mons are actually really cool together and really strong. Zacian with its Intrepid Sword getting an attack boost, Rayquaza with the Tera normal extreme speed with Life Orb and Swords Dance if you're crazy enough to pull one of those off. Just do insane physical damage, so they pair perfectly with this Chien-Pao. Pretty standard Chien-Pao, Ice Spinner, Sucker Punch, Crunch, Protect, Focus Sash, Tera Ghost. Nothing weird about the Chien-Pao. What we do have that's a little weird is this Annihilape set that I actually really love. This Annihilape is Scarf, but it's not Final Gambit. What we've got is we've got Shadow Claw, Close Combat, U-Turn, and Coaching with Stellar Tera. So you can coach up this Rayquaza or Zacian to make them insane sweepers. Or you can just pop Stellar Tera because you know the opponent's going to want to bring Intimidate against you. You've got Chien-Pao that's vulnerable to Intimidate, Zacian that's vulnerable to Intimidate, and this Rayquaza is not Clear Amulet. Your opponent wouldn't necessarily know that, but so vulnerable to Intimidate that this Annihilape can just get an attack boost sometimes and go absolutely in on the opponents. We've also got for Farigiraf. This blocks Fake Out, this blocks other priority moves. Pretty useful, as well as being able to set Trick Room. I don't know if I necessarily love Citrus Berry on Farigiraf because while we have Tera Water and Foul Play, which are really good into Cali Ice, we can't consume the Citrus Berry when Cali Ice is on the field. Finally here, we've got this Volcarona. This is more of the supportive side. It's got Will-O-Wisp and Rage Powder and Rocky Helmet, along with Tera Water in case Urshifu Rapid Strikes is trying to catch you. But overall, super fun looking team. Can't wait to play it. Alright, we've got, Koraidon, Shadow Rider. They've got Thunderous, that's what I thought was pretty cool. Along with Iron Hands, Ditto, and Raging Bolt. Thunderous is interesting. Most of what it does doesn't impact my team too bad, but definitely Prankster Thunderwave is something to worry about. So Farigiraf could be useful. Volcarona could also be useful for redirection. The Shadow Rider is probably the scariest thing. Gonna want to save Chien-Pao for that, I think. Rayquaza's pretty strong. I wonder if Rayquaza Chien-Pao is ever the idea here. Rayquaza with Tera Normal could get around Shadow Rider early game. But I need something for that Koraidon, which would be... I mean, Koraidon's just a massive threat. But Rayquaza turning off the sun it's going to weaken it pretty significantly. I think I'm going Rayquaza, Pao, for Farigiraf, Zacian. I think that's what I need to do. There's an argument to be made to drop Zacian even here. Like, because the Koraidon's going to Tera Fire, right? So Play Rough isn't going to be particularly useful into it. Oh, Fuecoco! Keep him away from the water, he's a fire type, no! What was I saying? Oh yeah, we got Iron Hands and Koraidon. Alright, we turn off the weather. That's nice. It's unlikely the Koraidon has just a pure setup move, so I could double protect here. I don't want to be burning my my Ghost Tera to get an attack in with Chien-Pao. So I think I'll just protect, let you waste your Fake Out turn, and if you have Bulk Up or Swords Dance on the other one, Belly Drum, Iron Hand, if you have anything crazy like that, you can have it. Go ahead. Hopefully what I have on the field can bait out Tera, and hopefully I can see what they have, because like if they just have the standard Koraidon set, they can't really hit Rayquaza. Okay, Tera Fire makes sense. If they just have fire and fighting moves, right now the sun is technically there, that's how Airlock works, but the effects are turned off, so they don't have the attack boost from it. So Rayquaza should be able to take a hit. Could maybe double into Koraidon, take it out. wonder if Crunch plus like Tera Normal Extreme Speed would ever be enough. And a Drain Punch as well. Flame Charge, Drain Punch. Tera Normal Extreme Speed plus Crunch ever take out a Koraidon? I really doubt it. And I really need that thing gone. I'm gonna just click Dragon Ascent. Targeted Pao hard. Yeah, I'm gonna hard swap for Rigorath. They really want Chien-Pao gone, so I need to not let them take it. They do some big damage to Farigarath, even maybe knock it out. Well, that does very little without your boost and without the sun. Cool. I was worried that would do a lot more than that. Dragon Ascent does almost enough. Sword of Ruin, if it had stayed on the field, would have been enough, but Extreme Speed can finish that. And then a Drain Punch. That doesn't get one. We've got Psychic, which is nice. I almost don't want to click Extreme Speed because they'll be expecting that. So I kind of want to just protect Rayquaza. Go for a Psychic to get some damage on this Iron Hands. I expect the Koraidon might protect. If they do protect, they might hit Rayquaza with Iron Hands, I guess. Which would be like the thing I'm worried about. Now what I need to worry about is them calling this and going like Collision Course or something. Okay, they swap probably into a Ghost of some kind. No, it's Raging Bolt. Okay. Cool, free damage in Iron Hands. That's not much damage though. Iron Hands is such a tank. Oh my goodness. I think I can swap in Zacian. It's got good offensive pressure. They can't Thunderclap, which is nice. Even if I were to keep Rayquaza in. But I expect they might like try to drop a Draco or something on it. So I'll go into Zacian. And I guess keep chipping down this Iron Hands. It's the best thing Farigarath can do here. I do like that they can't Thunderclap my Zacian next turn. So I guess if they throw their best possible moves, they could maybe knock out Zacian here. Seems pretty hard. They got their Photosynthesis back, though. They go for Thunderclap anyway. That didn't even fail because of Farigarath. That failed because I swapped. Okay. Lots of reasons that didn't work. Ooh, special defense drop. Next one does it. I like that. Alright, so we're pressuring 2 KOs here. They already Tera'd. I can just click Play Rough and Psychic. And that threatens 2 KOs, which is amazing. Do I commit Tera here? Definitely not. I need it on Rayquaza to dodge Astral Barrage late game. So yeah, Play Rough here. Hopefully that's enough. Psychic here should be enough. Now that we got the special defense drop. Yeah, Thunderclap actually gets blocked this time. That's how Armor Tail works. Thank you for trying, though. Yeah, Play Rough did it, so even if you didn't Thunderclap. Best bet there might have been go for Thunderclap on Zacian, hope I swap for Rigorath for some reason. So I can actually respect that play. Last turn it was nonsense. This turn it's fine. Sun fades just at the right time for them, of course. Koraidon and Shadow Rider, I think, right? Ditto. Koraidon and Ditto. Oh, I wasn't ready to face a Zacian. Wait. wait. I'm not ready for this. I was ready for Shadow Rider. Zacian kind of runs through this team, doesn't it? I didn't bring Volcarona. Oh no, I didn't think of that. Okay. Hopefully we can move first and just take out Koraidon. And then I guess my best bet is try to get Trick Room up. Okay, they get their Behemoth Blade off first. Zacian is donezo. That's a +2 Behemoth Blade coming at it. Yikes. I wonder if that was a speed tie or if they're just Scarf. Here's Collision Course. It's not as strong as like Flare Blitz. I wonder if Farigiraf can take it. Yes! Excellent job, Farigiraf. Incredible. Twist the dimensions. Meaning Rayquaza can go crazy. Now I guess the play is Dragon Ascent at the Ditto plus Foul Play at the Ditto. I could see Koraidon going for Protect here if it has it. And it does have it. It has Flame Charge. Okay, it attacks, but that's not the end of the world. Hopefully this is enough damage to take out the Ditto Zacian. Because Ditto has a lot lower HP. Ooh, it's not enough. Another Collision Course from Koraidon takes us out. If they are smart enough to just click Behemoth Blade into Rayquaza, that'll always hit. If they're play roughing, that's just Behemoth Blade. They might be choiced. Alright, well, everything's in Sucker Punch range. I'm going Ghost Tera, Sucker Punch, Ditto. In case they click Collision Course, that'll whiff. In case they are Scarf Zacian and can't protect with Zacian. Yeah, if the Ditto's Scarf, they have no choice but to get Sucker Punched. So I think it's more likely, if they go for a play like that, that they would be able to protect Koraidon. Alright, we get the Sucker Punch. Should be good. Should be good. And they Flare Blitz, knocking themselves out. Perfect. Perfect. Oh man, that came down much closer than I was hoping it would, but it's good to win it. And they get the burn with Flare Blitz. Of course they do. Of course you get the burn there. That was their last Pokemon, right? We took out Hands, we took out Bolt. Yeah, okay. So that's good. We win off of this. The end of the turn never actually comes, so we never go down to the burn. Whew. Good game. Good close one. Alright, we've got Ice Horse and Electric Bike thing. They've also got Landorus, Incineroar, Urshifu, and Grimmsnarl. Okay. Zacian seems nice. Faster than Miraidon. Can hit Calyrex really hard. Rayquaza seems pretty cool because everything's vulnerable to extreme speed. I would just like to get a boost of some kind, and Glacial Lance is majorly terrifying. Farigiraf could be good if they go the Trick Room route. I don't know if they would. Volcarona seems pretty good for the Will-O-Wisp alone into their Cali. I don't know if they would let me do that though. But Volcarona is not that great against Miraidon. Zacian is just fantastic. Zacian in the back for sure. On lead. Do need something to threaten. I think Rayquaza is not bad. Chien-Pao also with the Ice Spinner is not bad. I think I'll go Pau-Quaza, Zacian, and finally Farigiraf. I'm majorly worried about Trick Room. I kind of want all 6 of my mons in this one, but we'll see how it goes. Zacian has a great matchup. Aw, Sleepy Piggy. So hopefully Zacian can do most of the carrying in the back. We got Grim Miraidon. Cool. Very cool. Sword of Ruin happens before the Hadron engine, which suggests they might not be max speed. Which would be fantastic. They're going to put up Reflect. That'll go after Extreme Speed. I'll just Ice Spinner. Do I just pop Tera normal E-Speed right now? I might want defensive Tera Water on Farigiraf later for the Calyrex, but I also want the defensive on Rayquaza. Yeah, I'll just go Ice Spinner, Tera Normal, Life Orb, Extreme Speed. Get that Miraidon out. Yo, bye Miraidon. Who do you got that can take this combo? Ice Horse, maybe? Incineroar? Definitely. Still gonna take a chunk from Extreme Speed, though. If you're Rocky Helmet, that's a bit annoying for the Chien-Pao. And turning off the terrain doesn't really benefit me if Miraidon's gonna just put it back up. But at least with the Incin on the field... Whew, that's a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. Now you get your Reflect, yep. Too little, too late. Beautiful. No Rocky Helmet, right? No Rocky Helmet, perfect. Alright, you're gonna get a Fake Out into somebody. I could double protect, I could swap in for Farigiraf. Yeah, I don't mind swapping for Farigiraf. Get rid of Incineroar altogether. That'll block a potential Fake Out. It'll reset Chien-Pao's attack stat. Chien-Pao is important for getting rid of Miraidon later. And I'm clicking Dragon Ascent because now I'm getting rid of the Sword of Ruin, and they have Reflect up. I'm not sure the Extreme Speed will do it into Incineroar anymore. And Extreme Speed does go after Fake Out, so I do need the Farigiraf. Yep, there's Fake Out. Can't do that. They are attacking with the Grimmsnarl, I assume, into Chien-Pao. Makes the most sense to me that you would attack Chien-Pao. You're not going to do tons of damage to Rayquaza, but Chien-Pao you'd probably do over half. Break a Sash, too. Farigiraf doesn't really matter. Alright, Ice Horse or Bike? What do you got? Bike. Alright. What are you gonna do? Volt Switch off of somebody? could go for a Helping Hand Extreme Speed just to do a giant chunk. Yeah, I think chunking the Miraidon here is a pretty good play. They're gonna go for a Tera. Fairy? For Dazzling Gleam? Okay. I guess that makes sense. I did drop my special defense, so maybe Rayquaza goes down to that. But if you lock into that and I have Zacian in the back, you got a lot of weaknesses to steal. Alright. I'll take that chunk. Put up Light Screen, that's not going to be super important. It is Dazzling Gleam. I wonder if I actually want Rayquaza to go down here. It does. Cool. Good job, Rayquaza. When we get to eat our berry. The Ice Horse isn't on the field yet, which is what I assume their last mon is going to be. We're threatening a major KO onto that Miraidon here. Like, so much so that they're going to have to do something. The only other mon they could have is Urshifu that could be relevant, maybe? So I'm going to throw a Psychic and Behemoth Blade. Urshifu's the only thing that can come in on a Behemoth Blade and be happy about it, so... I guess they could have Thunder Wave be their last move on Grim. They could at least get a Dazzling Gleam off here. But that's not going to do much. They could Thunder Wave and swap. And then come back in with an... Oh, nope. Looks like they're going to let me get away with it. Reflect ain't going to save you there. Okay. So the Psychic is going to look silly. And they're going for a neutral priority move with Grim. But if it just takes out Farigiraf, it doesn't. Okay, the Psychic is going to look really silly. But it tells me they didn't have Urshifu to swap in, I guess. Ice Horse with no Tera available? Yes. Don't mind that one bit. Let's go Foul Play? We moved after Grim. I'm gonna go Helping Hand, Behemoth Blade. I could see them going for Trick Room, maybe? I could see them going for Protect and just hitting for Farigiraf. That doesn't seem like a very good play. Alright. You can do that. Bonk. Just finish off Farigiraf? Yeah. Okay. That gets my Chien-Pao in for free. That gives me the Sword of Ruin boost, which is a little less than Helping Hand, but I also get to crunch you, so that'll be nice. And since you just protected, I don't even have to play games about whether I should hit Grimmsnarl. I'm going right after this Calyrex. Crunch. Blade. Feeling the pressure? I mean, I guess the play is... I mean, I wonder what the Grimmsnarl's last move is, though. Reflect, Light Screen, and Spirit Break is all we've seen. Yeah, they know it's over. Good game. That was a fun one. And you got a cool pink little pig. Love it. Alright, we've got, Cali Shadow, Terapagos, Incin, Urshifu, Amoonguss, and Fluttermane. Not much to extreme speed into, if I'm being honest. 2 ghosts on the other side of the field, and an Intimidate from Incineroar. Annihilape seems pretty fun. The one problem with that would be like Icy Wind Fluttermane, which would outspeed us. I do like Chien-Pao a lot. I don't hate Zacian, I'm just a little worried about leading it if I'm going to get intimidated. Maybe it is Annihilape Chien-Pao. Do I really want to coach Chien-Pao? I do like Chien-Pao. I like to be able to threaten the Shadow Rex early. I want Rayquaza and I want Zacian. Farigiraf doesn't do too much. Volcarona is pretty good. Volcarona could work. But we have Will-O-Wisp, Heatwave, Rage Powder. If I had Struggle Bug, I would definitely bring Volcarona. I think these are the 4. What's my worst fear of lead? The scariest lead would probably be Fluttermane with Icy Wind and Fairy Tera Shadow Rider. Ooh, Altaria. Nice trainer card. Hopefully I could work around that. Calyrex Incineroar, that's cool. Oh, I don't mind that. Ooh, yeah. Defiant. The question is whether I burn the Ghost Tera here, because it's the one thing that doesn't matter against Terapagos. Like, I don't hate close combat Incin Tera Ghost Sucker Punch the Calyrex. I don't hate that. They can't fake anything out. They have to Tera to get around these moves, basically. And if they Tera, they don't have it for Terapagos. They go for Fake Out. Not gonna happen. Have a Sucker Punch. Focus Sash Calyrex, fine. So we're gonna trade Annihilape for their Incineroar. That's fine by me. Sense. Lots of damage, Turmoil. Let's see if we can clean up from here. What's the worst thing they could have? Scarf Urshifu with Aqua Jet would go before the Sucker Punch. That'd be really bad. I'm gonna bring in Zacian, I think. They bring in a Moongus. Okay, that makes sense. Don't love it. Because now they Astral Barrage and Rage Powder. And Zacian just has to take it. Okay. Behemoth Blade. Might as well just hit the Amoonguss then and protect. Yeah, there's the Rage Powder. I was a little worried they might just click Spore. We're faster than the Calyrex. I don't know if it's going to matter, because they got +1 Astral Barrage coming. Alright, Zacian lives, that's perfect. Except it's not perfect. If we protect Zacian, lose Chien-Pao, we can Extreme Speed the Amoonguss and then take out Calyrex. That might be the play. So yeah, I'll protect Zacian. I'll just click Crunch into Calyrex. I don't expect Chien-Pao to get anything off here. But on the off chance I'm actually faster than their Calyrex, I can then crunch the Amoonguss. I am faster. Wow. It's kind of insane. So a double attack there would have taken them both out. Interesting. That actually makes things a little awkward if they have Urshifu. If they have Urshifu, I just lose. If they have Scarf Urshifu, I mean. Terapagos is fine. Well, for some degree of fine. It's not fine. Because they have the play of Protect Calyrex, hit Zacian with Terapagos. This got pretty awkward, didn't it? Because I can't protect here. But if I don't... Okay, so they have to protect Calyrex and hit my Zacian with Terapagos. So I need to do as much damage to Terapagos as possible. Try to knock it out before it moves. They're going to Tera. They're Terapagos. They're just double attacking then. Yeah, they're just double attacking. Can't win. Man! Oh! They had the slow Calyrex with Sash, and it still worked out. Rayquaza does take that, but that doesn't mean anything, because we can't extreme speed Calyrex. Rough time for Rayquaza. Well, that did it at least. I just couldn't handle the Calyrex. Oh, if I had double attacked when the Amoonguss was on the field, I would have lost one, taken that out. Yeah, I don't see that. They just attack. I can't extreme speed that. Ah, good game. Well played. Alright, we've got... Alright, it's Ice Horse Miraidon with Scraggy! Farigiraf, Iron Hands, and Iron Treads. I think this is a team I'm going to be playing soon. I think that's on my list. Cool. But anyway, I guess in that case I could pull up the team, huh? Yeah, let me just pull that up so I have all the info I need. Alright, we've got Fire, Tera, Calyrex, Specs, Miraidon, Scraggy, Poison, Farigiraf, Water, Life Orb, Treads, Saltfest, Iron Hands, nothing crazy. Zacian seems pretty important. Fire, Tera, Calyrex I don't love. But we gotta deal with it. Farigiraf seemed good in that case. Maybe it's Zacian Farigiraf? I guess I could always swap in Farigiraf if I need. Zacian, I'll go Zacian Annihilape with Farigiraf in the back. That should be able to handle most of their options. Rayquaza just seems pretty good? I guess the Farigiraf could cause problems. I'm gonna lock that in. There's a chance Volcarona's better than Rayquaza, but I really want to bring the Rayquaza. You know? Rayquaza is the cool mon that you may or may not have clicked on the thumbnail because of, so. Ooh, Lilligant. Pretty. I love Lilligant. It's kind of a shame the old Lilligant's useless now that there's the newer one, but... Okay, Scraggy, Calyrex. Not a big surprise. They've got Fake Out, Foul Play, Endeavor, and Coaching. And their Calyrex has Trick Room, High Horsepower, Glacial Lance, Protect with Tera Fire. No surprise there. Wonder if my best bet is to try to get rid of Scraggy. Maybe I'll play rough the Scraggy. Should I just launch a Coaching with Annihilate? I could close combat it, the Scraggy. I could also close combat the Calyrex to try to get some big damage there. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hit Calyrex hard. Ooh, they're protecting. Now I feel foolish for not hitting the Scraggy. And Foul Play into Annihilate does so much. Alright, now we're going to play rough the Scraggy, get rid of that thing. And I'll close combat Calyrex now. I did not cover for them just going for... I guess they're worried about Final Gambit. I don't have Final Gambit. But that's actually a pretty valid concern now that I think about it. I wasn't considering the Final Gambit pressure. Okay, a swap there is wonderful. Into Iron Hands, I love that. Big damage into hands. Whoo, huge damage. If I connect this play rough, I know Scraggy intimidated me, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. It's a Scraggy. Yeah, goodbye, Scraggy. Excellent start. This Iron Hands. Tera Water. Low kick, wild charge, drain punch, fake out. Nothing crazy. Pretty standard stuff. Miraidon. Standard set? Yeah, standard set. Volt Switch, Draco, Electro, Dazzling, Tera Fairy. I'm not too worried about the Miraidon, honestly. I think I just want to protect from the Fake Out turn. Get rid of Iron Hands? It's either that or I could chunk the Miraidon. I think just getting rid of hands altogether, make sure they can't switch anymore, is a little better. They're going Fairy Tera anyway. Makes sense. But now Behemoth Blade takes you next turn. And then you can set Trick Room, I guess. Have fun with that. And you can't Tera the Calyrex anymore. So we're in a very solid position now. Rayquaza may not hit the field. Yep, finishing the Iron Hands. I guess Annihilape staying on the field. No, Annihilape staying on the field is fine. You can get a +1 close combat into Calyrex and finish off this Miraidon. Nah, they're going for a Gleam. Going for a Gleam? Okay. Alright. I'll take it. Basically free KO on Miraidon now. Assuming it's enough with Behemoth Blade, I don't see why it wouldn't be. And I'll just use Farigiraf to hit the Cali. Beautiful. The one sad thing here is this Farigiraf is Citrus Berry, which means it can't eat its berry, which means it's basically itemless. Yeah, Behemoth Blade the Miraidon, and here, hold this Foul Play. I assume this is enough at neutral. Yeah, it is. Cool. That'd be a pretty insanely bulky Miraidon if it could take that. Because I got intimidated and I got the +1, so I'm back to neutral. Zacian is a crazy strong Pokemon. Alright, here. Foul Play. You can see about half. Slightly under half. What, high court? Yeah, unless that one-shotted, Blade. Foul Play. GG. That was a clean one. Good game to my opponent. And good trainer card. Alright, we got a Zacian on the other side of the field, but they've got Lunala with it. Indeedee, Landorus, Pelipper, Roaring Moon. Alright, so they got a Tailwind mode, but they also have Indeedee. So I guess maybe they could go Trick Room. Ice Spinner feels important, getting rid of that terrain. So I'm definitely going to want Chien-Pao somewhere here. Especially if Rayquaza's ever going to click Extreme Speed. But I think the play is... Rayquaza seems good against everything that's not their restricteds, honestly. The restricteds are pretty rough. Chien-Pao for sure. I could just go with that on lead, I think. Isn't bad. If they're going to go Tailwind... The only real threat they could lead with that against Zacian is their Landorus. I don't hate Zacian right away then. Rayquaza, it's hard to threaten Rayquaza too. But yeah, I'm gonna go Zacian, Rayquaza in the back. Finally, with Rain, Volcarona seems pretty weak. Farigiraf doesn't really block their priority since they don't have much of priority. It's either that or Annihilape. And I'm leaning a little bit toward Farigiraf. If Trick Room becomes a problem or an option, Farigiraf could be good for that. Because if they just go hard into Tailwind, maybe I can go Trick Room. If they go into Trick Room, I can reverse it with Trick Room. Good trainer card. Don't know why you're sad to be in the city like that. But alright. Roaring Moon and Landers. Okay, exactly what I didn't want to see. Fantastic. Alright, I think what I need to do... Alright, there you go. They're gonna boost your energy, of course. Boosting speed. Yeah, Zacian's threatened by an Earth Power. Yeah, Landers is threatened by an Ice Spinner. But what if I Ice Spinner the Moon and just go into Rayquaza? Give up my attack boost. Get some better offensive positioning. Because you're going to have to Tailwind here, right? And then Rayquaza doesn't really care if you had Tailwind. Here's a Tera. I guess my guess would be Landorus Tera to try to not go down to an Ice move. But it's actually Moon. The Moon is Terraing. I wonder if that means a Protect on Landorus this turn. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine, I'm cool with that. Just knock off Chien-Pao's Focus Sash. And then do half with an Ice Spinner. Okay, this is perfectly fine by me because I can Ice Spinner the Landorus and Extreme Speed will block you from getting up Tailwind. If you swap the Roaring Moon into Indeedee, Chien-Pao will still move before Landorus. If you swap the Landorus into Indeedee, you block the Extreme Speed. But then I Ice Spinner and get rid of terrain while Indeedee's still on the field. So yeah, I think this has pretty good results either way. Is this Indeedee? It's Zacian. Okay, that's cool. And Roaring Moon Protect. Okay. I gotcha. Zacian is pretty threatening. I gotta admit. This isn't gonna do much of anything. And you can threaten big damage into Rayquaza. Got Ghost Tera. Chien-Pao might be going down. But it would be to a Fairy, maybe Steel move. I think it's important to preserve the health on my Zacian. I'm leaning Sucker Punch the Moon. Tera Normal Dragon Ascent into Zacian just for some damage. Tera Normal so that I don't necessarily go down to Play Rough. This is a pretty bulky Rayquaza. Moon Swap, okay. Until Lunala. Trying to catch me on the E-speed there, I guess. Most likely gonna just take out Chien-Pao then, so... If I had tried to call that, gone for Ice Spinner or Crunch, I guess I'm gonna lose Chien-Pao here. The one annoying thing there is then Dragon Ascent does less damage. No, they go after my Rayquaza with Behemoth Blade. Which does it! Oh no! Okay, that's pretty rough. Alright, here's my Zacian. What are the speeds between the Zacians? We know they don't have Indeedee, at least. We are a very fast Zacian, but not max speed. I'm happy to protect Chien-Pao and throw a Behemoth Blade into theirs. I want to see the speed interactions. 209, that's pretty fast for a Zacian. Yes, we are faster than theirs, perfect. Or at least a speed tie. Right, they throw a blade at ours, we'll live that. Now if they doubled into ours, that Zacian does so much damage. Oh my goodness. Their Zacian's just crazy. Yeah, that must be at the Chien-Pao. Yeah, perfect. Alright, now my options are to take advantage of my Zacian being faster and hit theirs, or call them to protect their Zacian and double into Lunala. It's a really hard call because it's very much a 50-50. I'm sure they both have protect. I think the Lunala is less likely to protect. I'm doubling into Lunala. Come on, please protect. I've gotten so many calls wrong so far in this battle. I have to get this one right? Protect your Zacian. I know you want to. They did not protect their Zacian. If they hit my Chien-Pao, I'm basically done. Yeah, I'm so done. Oh no! Oh! That is rough. And Zacian, take it! Alright, what does Farigiraf have against any of this? They have all of their Mons left. That didn't go as planned. Alright, I just got every call wrong there. Alright, good game. You played well. And we're back. This team was a ton of fun. A little hard to navigate sometimes, but I mean, I'm probably not as good as James Beck, so whatever. I hope you enjoyed. Here's the rental code if you want to try it. Make sure you leave a like on my video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And then if you want to see more of this team, I'll leave a link in the description to his video on it. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.